Welcome, guys, to another edition of the Sndpodcast show on the Schmuck Sports Network. Steven here with Dan.
Hey, guys, what's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's having a good week so far.
Before we continue with the show, we have some great, amazing, huge news for everybody.
Yes, huge news. We're finally on. You can finally find our work on iTunes. So Sndpodcast on iTunes. You can download all our work so far. I hope you enjoy it. Subscribe to us and get some likes on that page. Also, keep continuing to like us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and like us individually on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram.
Yes, you just heard, by the way, the score by Division 1.1. For anybody who was wondering, their show apparently last week went amazing. Actually, good friend of mine, Brian, the drummer, sent me this text the other day. And this is a quote from Bumblefoot of Guns N' Roses. Quote, "We beat the bleep out of the other bands." Unquote.
Wow, that is pretty awesome. I'm sure Brian was head over heels.
Yeah. You get a quote like that from Guns N' Roses? Why not?
That's pretty awesome.
They also have a vote on their website. It's Division 1 and 1.1. I think it's spelled out point, but we will show you. We will have a link in the comment section and the description and on our page as well. There's a vote for a Jersey band.
Yes, vote for them for the best Jersey band. The local radio station in Jersey is conducting the best local bands in the local scene of Jersey, so vote for them. I know they just got up recently to number 2. Oh, wow. All right. Then we need to have our push and hope them win, hopefully.
We would like to once again thank Keith last week for coming on the show.
Thank you, Keith, again.
He has check him out.
Good writings.
Check out Jamarcus Russell.
Yeah, Jamarcus, his boy. And
Kimbo Slice, he also write one.
And I'm sure he's going to have an article before the fight on Saturday about the first ever female fight on a pay-per-view. So that's going to be interesting to see. This week we have a fun-packed show. We're going to talk about the basketball. The All-Star Weekend, unfortunately, was a snooze fest, but we'll still have it for you.
We have our good friend Matt, who came on right before the playoffs, coming back to talk Jets.
He's going to talk the Jets, review it. Just a quick review that we never got to do since the playoffs were taking more importance. And he's also going to stick around and talk hockey since he's a key member to the Blue and Orange Army.
Big shout out to them again.
Thanks again. We'll probably be with you guys on Sunday night watching the game against the Carolina Hurricane. Actually, again, that's weird. The 2 games this year with the Islanders is both against the Hurricane, but it's all good.
Hopefully we'll find one soon that isn't against the Hurricanes.
Yes.
Also during hockey tonight, we have a very special guest for everybody. So stick around so you can hear who that will be. Very exciting show. We're going to talk a little basketball first and get that out of the way. Hope you all enjoy tonight. Welcome back to the Sndpodcast show on the Schmuck Sports Network. Steven and Dan here.
Hey guys, we're going to be talking about a little basketball right now.
Basketball.
It was the All-Star Weekend. No one really cared, unless you're 5 years old.
I think the West won.
Yeah, they did. Chris Paul won MVP.
Well, that was because he had like 7,000 assists.
And Michael Jordan turned 50 this weekend.
Really?
Yes.
Who would have ever thought that?
If you didn't watch any ESPN television, Michael Jordan did turn 50. Happy birthday, Michael, the great one.
Happy birthday.
Actually, that's Grant Groski's nickname.
Oh, it also just turned, Charles Barkley also just turned 50.
Happy birthday, Sir Charles. Keep on hating the Knicks. Anyway, so Novak and the Knicks didn't really represent.
Melo did.
Well, Melo did, and Chandler did good. I mean, White and Novak, they didn't win, unfortunately, but it's all good. More important things.
The Nets proves how bad Saturday was.
Nets are right on the Knicks' tails.
Nets are playing well.
we got to start respecting them a little bit more. The Knicks are not playing good right now, and it's not looking good. The world's not coming to an end, obviously.
Today on the 21st was the
NBA we're talking about. Get with the program. Anyway,
NBA trading deadline.
Yeah, nothing
Nets
really
didn't
happened.
do anything.
The Knicks made 2 moves. James Brewer is...
Ronnie Brewer.
Who did I say? James? Sorry. Giants always on my head. Ronnie Brewer.
Oh, the offensive tackle.
Yeah.
the guy who doesn't play. Okay.
Backup lineman I have, but Ronnie Brewer... Anyway.
I bet you nobody knew that was the backup lineman.
Yep.
Anyway, back to Ronnie Brewer.
Ronnie Brewer got sent to the Oklahoma Thunder for a second-round pick.
Future second-round pick.
Whatever, who cares? They're
pending a physical.
Whatever. It just was to clear cap space for picking up Kenyon Martin for a 10-day contract.
So he can earn the bigger contract.
Whatever.
Earn the rest of the season.
Essentially. It's an okay move. He's not going to really tear down. It's not like when he was with the Jersey Nets and the beginning of his Nugget run.
You're hoping he wakes Kid up.
He wakes up the defense a little bit. The defense has been nowhere to be found. We got shellacked by the Pacers last night, and before that we got killed by the Clippers. So the last week and a half.
Oh, and the Raptors. You forgot the Raptors.
Oh yes, silly me. We got embarrassed by the Raptors last Wednesday night. 3-game losing streak. They're not looking good right now, but I want these to get out of the way now. So
you'd rather go on these losing streaks now,
exactly,
but you don't want them to get too bad.
Yeah,
so
it's starting to get bad. They're not playing with any heart, but there are a couple bounces from the hoop from winning a couple of games. If Raymond Felton made a layup against the Clippers, they would have won. It's just one of those. They're just in those slumps that they've been since mid of December. So they gotta pick it up. The goal is to win the division, obviously, and get a top 3 seed, and hold off the Nets and everybody else in the Atlantic.
He's to hold up the Heat.
No,
in the playoffs. You don't want the Heat in the first 2 rounds.
That's too far away. We need the Knicks for the Knicks. They need to win the division. Baby steps. They gotta win the division. And then worry about the first round of the playoffs, since we haven't won in the first round of the playoffs since 2001. That's goal 1 for a realistic Knicks fan like myself. Step 2 is play good, and let's see what happens. We have to prove that we earn our rights to be in the playoffs. We've had a great first half. They just have to chill out, go back to the basics, and play the way they played, winning these games, how they had the second best record in the Eastern Conference.
They got to just breathe.
Yes.
They got to breathe. They need to start breathing. And when's the next game? Friday?
Yes, Friday night Knicks tomorrow.
Okay. They need to just relax.
They need to chill. They just need to chill and just get hot again. And the rest, obviously, they just didn't want to play last.
They got to get healthy too. Kurt Thomas needs to play a little. Camby's been out. Jason Kidd looks like he's 112.
That's why they picked up Kenyon Martin, because of injuries to Rashid and Camby. But it's time for players like Melo, and hopefully Schmuck wakes up because his knee injury, and the trade talks are done. Cause everybody
knew he wasn't gonna. Everybody kept putting too much pressure on Shumpert coming out.
Yeah, it's still gonna take time for him because of the knee. I personally like Shumpert. I'm happy he stays, but he needs to warm up a little bit. That would be nice. And J.R. Smith, where have you gone? That would be nice if he shows up a little bit.
Can you argue
laying pipe on a 16-year-old on Twitter?
That's none of our business.
Whoops.
Anyway, hey, maybe if he gives her the pipe, he'll play better.
No, if you read the Deadspin article, he actually didn't score a point that night.
Buzzing.
Awkward. Anywho.
Is it arguably... Can you argue that he's the second best offensive player on the team?
No.
No?
No.
You wouldn't call him the best offensive option?
No.
At the end of the game, you're going to give the ball. Melo's out. Who are you giving the ball to?
If Amari's on his game, you give it to Amari. Unless we're down 3, obviously.
Oh, Amari can hit the 3. He's done it in the past.
Who?
Amari can hit the 3.
Yeah, please. It's far few between for him to be. But if Amari's on his game, you give it to Amari. Amari's our best. He's our second go-to guy on offensive end, especially if Felton or Kidd are feeding him the ball, and Chandler is out of the box. Anyway, the bigger story is the Nets. They're the cardiac kids. Every time I turn around, they're winning at the
Every time we talk about how bad they're playing, they start playing better.
They play better. So
you're welcome,
the
fans.
Nets keep on playing good, play good. Anyway, I mean, this is what I like to see, that them moving to Brooklyn and them playing really well brings like energy to the city and the New York area about basketball.
What I hope is next year, when the guys who make the schedules go to make them, exactly. They got to do a better job setting up the Knick games. They don't play each other again.
No, they're done.
4 games before the All-Star break. That's bad. You got to do too early and too late in the season.
Yeah, they bunched them all up.
Especially because you got to think that if you want to look at future-wise,
you know what it really was? They didn't think the Nets were going to be that good. And they wanted one good game. They wanted the one good game that they know both teams are going to go out and play, which was supposed to be opening night. But due to Hurricane Sandy, that wasn't the case. But it's all good.
I still think that if you look future-wise at all the pieces that both teams have, if you want to think about it that way, the Atlantic Division could be between the two of them for the next couple of years.
Yeah, and that's exciting.
Because think about it. What do the Celtics really have?
But the thing with the Celtics is you can never count them out.
Oh, no. They've played 10 times better since Rondo's out. Who would have thought that?
Not even that. It's just their history and mystique, and you got to always respect the Celtics. They earned it. So it's going to be always those 3. I'm wondering if...
It's not even the Celtics. It's Paul Pierce.
Yeah, well, he didn't get traded again this year. He was wiggled out again. Anyway, the Knicks just got to keep on playing well. Try to keep the Nets off them. And the Nets obviously hoping the Knicks keep this losing streak.
The Knicks also have to keep the Celtics away.
Well, that too, but majority the Nets at the moment because they're only 2 games back or a game back. Anyway, so that's this week's basketball. Hopefully the Knicks wake up, the Nets keep hot, and we'll be talking about this great record.
Could be a great rivalry.
Well, granted they're not going to play, so you can't really call it a rivalry, but a good battle to the finish for the Atlantic Division.
Let's go Knicks.
Go Knicks.
Sndpodcast is in no way affiliated with, associated with, produced, or endorsed by the National Basketball Association or any of its affiliates.
Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
Welcome back to the S&D Podcast Show on the Schmuck Sports Network. Stephen and Dan here. Now we're going to bring in our special guest today. Not the surprise guest, that's later. Keep listening. But now is our special guest of the night,
Woohoo!
Matt. Welcome back.
Welcome back, Matt.
Welcome back, guys. Thank you.
Yay. Let's talk Jets.
Jets, welcome back. So, before we start, I know you're a big Sherman fan. What's your take on the Twitter war that Revis and Sherman went through the other day? It was just stupid nonsense during the offseason, right?
Yeah, it's quite comical. I mean, Sherman is definitely giving him a run for his money now for, being, could be top billing cornerback. It was fun reading it. It definitely was. Revis has to prove himself, though. Come back from a major injury like this. Sherman may lapse him, but time will tell on that.
I find it funny with Revis, though. he should really like calm down and like not really talk trash this weekend, this off season, since he's coming off of the IR. But it's gonna be fun banter. It's typical banter.
Rex probably loves it.
Probably.
Revis, that's all he does. Revis is a guy who thinks too much of himself. Look at when he was drafted. Held out till what, the end of August that year?
Yeah,
and then a couple years ago holds out, and he's already planning next year's holdout.
But it's not like he hasn't backed
He's looking very selfish this year. Like, well, he always looks selfish.
$6 million. I mean,
It's not like he's a terrible cap hit. I mean, there's a lot worse players out there who are making a lot more money this year than he is. But I think he'll be back.
He'll definitely be.
You're not worried about
back.
losing him.
No.
Especially with all the other cuts. What did you think of all the other cuts this week, Matt?
not one of them really made me scratch my head. It's like
No, absolutely not.
it was time for Big Mouth Bart Scott to.
Can't wait.
I just couldn't wait for him to get cut.
No pun intended, or was that intended?
That was intended.
Okay.
That was intended.
All right. Yeah, that was a good one. No, honestly, Matt, you're absolutely right. They were all right. Eric Smith, he's just a garball. He got burnt by every
every
wide
game
receiver.
it's like waiting for that moment for him to get burned.
That and a 15-yard penalty waiting to happen.
Absolutely.
It was either one or the other.
Jason Smith, he was an extra offensive lineman.
Yeah,
That's all he was.
nothing new. And Calvin Pace, he wasn't really anything that special. He out of out of all the players, that was the biggest. Well,
If
They could have
anything,
kept him, but
maybe they can restructure.
Yeah.
Work a deal out now.
he's one of those guys you cut to get the room, and then you can always bring him back later on.
Exactly. So, with the off season, the Jets have a lot of holes.
Let's go through their list first
Of free agents?
of their free agents.
Okay.
And let's see who Matt wants to bring
We have
back.
that much
and
time
who
on our
doesn't.
hands.
All right, we'll only do the actual names that people know of.
Okay.
Sean Green.
Gone.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I like him, but
Jeremiah Bell.
Gone.
I hope they can bring him back. He's probably the one safety they will bring back over him or LaRon Landry.
Because LaRon's
Landry
getting
wanted a big
the
contract.
big money because of the Pro Bowl, right?
Yep.
Right.
That's basically it on guys they actually know. Oh, Keller.
He's gone.
He can walk for what I care about. He's too much of a, one injury. He's out for like 6 weeks. That was opening day. Like, when the next time I saw him again?
Actually play or be dressed? Because he was dressed for a bunch of games. He didn't show up for them. Braylon.
I bring him back. I've always liked him. Never wanted him to go in the first place.
Can't hurt.
Why not? It's not like he's going to ask for a lot of money.
Nobody else wants him. We're proof.
Yeah. Nick Folk.
I'd take him back. He had not a terrible season, but definitely not what it was 2 years ago, but I'll bring him back.
And the last guy, some people might know, actually two guys, Mike DeVito, the defensive end.
I want him.
Yeah, he's on some hero on the defense.
I want him back. Hometown guy.
And Brendan Moore, the offensive line guy.
Yeah, Mr. Butt Fumble, even though it wasn't his fault.
Not his fault his big butt got in the way of Sanchez.
I say they should. I think he should.
I guess he'll be back. I mean, the offensive line
need it.
as bad as it can be. I don't think it really can get any worse.
That's basically
I want the real Nick Mangold to come back, though. That's what I want.
Well, they're going to sign his sister.
Yeah, she's bigger than him.
Could lift more, too. Okay, let's talk Jeff. Ninth pick this year? Ninth pick, right? Ninth pick. You're in the room. You're in the green room, red room, whatever you want to call it. Ninth pick comes around.
Yeah, if you're
Matt, you're the guy who's making the pick. Who's going number 9? If you can't really picture who's going to fall, but if there's one guy in the draft you really want.
Make it easier. What position? Linebacker?
Yeah.
Outside or inside?
Outside, because we have one of each right now. With Harris is inside.
Yeah.
Demario Davis is outside. So, give me Teo at 9. He'll be available.
Yeah.
But do you want his girlfriend too? But
She could fill the empty seats that already go to the game.
Ooh.
She could fill every empty seat.
My heart is breaking right now, but touche.
How can you not?
No, I know. I even make jokes
Plus,
about it.
it's the Jets.
Yeah.
Tebow's gone. We need somebody new to talk about.
Tebow's, for the record, I don't think Tebow's going to be leaving.
Well,
There's too much of a cap hit.
$2.5 million.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Tebow's making no money. Unless the Jaguars give you their first-round pick, he might as well stay.
And he ain't going to the Jags.
Yeah, no, he's definitely staying.
I think he's my team. Where I think he's going to go to is Chicago. He's got ties with Testament.
I don't think it would end up being well with him and Cutler, because the first thing that team will do is go to Cutler and be like, "Hey, we're going to bring in Tim Tebow. What do you think?"
Oh yeah, Cutler.
And he's going to say no.
He's going to pout.
He'll make the face, and then he'll have his girlfriend, his wife, come in, his beautiful wife, come in and complain.
Christina Cavallari. She could probably complain this like Giselle.
Anyway,
she doesn't complain about the players being open.
It's going to be it's going to be interesting to see. It's going to be interesting to see with the Jets offseason, with the brand new general manager, and it's really going to be interesting to see. I know a lot of people have heard this, but people who have brought up this theory it's pretty factual. It really depends on the contracts of the assistant coaches that Brex is bringing in, because they're revamping the whole thing, and let's see if it's going to be in fact be Rex's last year, or they have faith in Rex going into this year. He's 2-2.
On that note, Matt, does Rex survive next season?
If we make the playoffs, he's definitely back.
Yeah, the playoffs are a given.
Make the playoffs and stay.
But if he goes 8-8, he's gonna stay.
Yeah, as long as
you're gonna say 500, he's fine.
Yeah, I think
500 and he stays. What else is there about Jets? Once again, we're here with Matt Stein from the Blue and Orange Army. Here with talking Jets football. What else do you want to talk about, Matt, with the Jets?
Okay, here's a good one with the Jets. Are the Jets going to draft a quarterback or pick up a free agent?
Quarterback-wise, pick up a free agent.
Who would you want?
Who would I want the
most?
David Garrard. I would take Matt Flynn from Seattle, but I want him definitely over like.
You wouldn't want Matt Moore.
I think Matt Moore resigns in Miami, and
a lot of the players have been. A lot of the rumors is the players are saying they want to keep him.
The latest from what I heard, the other person we were interested in was Tavares Jackson, who he just re-upped in Buffalo.
Right.
So basically, it's Matt Flynn or drafting a quarterback. I can't see
Matt Flynn's still in Seattle.
Yeah.
The weird thing with Matt Flynn,
he's not going to play in Seattle, that's for sure.
It's not that he's not going to play. He was a one-hit wonder.
One
game wonder. Yeah.
Matt Flynn is which is alarming is that he could have followed his the offensive coordinator. Went to Miami, and he
didn't want him.
He didn't want him, and that's alarming.
So maybe he stays there then. Alex Smith could be too much of a cat hit for us to acquire him.
You can't have him in.
Sanchez is 8.5.
I was talking to my friend the other day. He's a huge Jet fan. He's like, so Sanchez and Rivas straight up for Alex Smith and a few draft picks. I go, thing is, him and Sanchez are essentially the same quarterback. It's all about the turnovers, but Sanchez is forcing everything. He's in the quicksand per se, and every time he's trying to make something better out of it, he gets deeper and deeper in the quicksand, and he's just making it worse for his New York career, which is sad to see. I actually was one of those few Sanchez supporters, so.
I mean, I have my Sanchez jersey in my closet. I can't tell you the last time I actually put it on my body, though, but it's...
Can you find it? It's
still
a better
there.
question.
Yeah, I can find it, but it's basically next to Plaxico and Kerry Rhodes, so...
Nice.
Hollywood.
And he's still on the team, so that's
that's
how much I
advantage.
care about this.
Hey, you never know. Plaxico could be back next year.
Yikes.
Plaxico and Braylon?
And Santonio.
Shoot him
They're
up.
the loudest mouth wide receivers of all time. They would have to book a game against Seattle, so you could play Richard Sherman, just so that they could play each other and see who's louder.
You mad, bro?
Tom Brady was. Oh.
Honestly, though, it's not surprising that Richard Sherman is talking a bunch of crap. It's because...
It wasn't even Sherman who started it.
Oh, no, I know, but it's funny because he was the one calling Tom Brady all that other shenanigans after the game. And it's just nice to see, like, banter and everything like that.
It's fun to see. It also gives us something to talk about during the offseason.
Channing Crowder banter.
Oh, yeah, Rex Ryan. He'd kick his ass. That was funny. Anyway, with pretty much it's a lot of question marks with the Jets, but it really is, there's so many holes. It's going to be interesting to see which way they're going to go. Are they going to go the running back route, which I've heard a lot about because they do want a new running back? Because Sean Green, the thing with Sean Green is that he's a good, serviceable running back, but he's not the guy that's going to take the load.
I mean, Powell and McKnight are good.
They are good.
Backups to a star back.
Yeah, they're good. Yeah, they're backups. That's the thing. They need.
It's just a shame we don't have no money to spend because I mean,
like offensive wise, they need. Well,
they have
Tony's coming home,
right? $5 million, I think it is right now in cap.
No, they're $1 million over the cap.
They're still over.
They're still over.
$1 million over.
Wow.
Even after those 4 cuts.
Yes.
Wow.
And
yikes.
And they still have all those.
They're in cap hell because they got happy with the money because of the two championship games. That's where the Giants are going to be heading to in a year or 2.
Right. But the Giants know how to get out of it. That's the advantage they have.
Yeah. Anyway, that's for next week for me and Steve. But it's going to be interesting. Like offensively, they need running backs. They need to fill 2 or 3 holes at the offensive line, and pray that Mangold and DeBrick come back to their Pro Bowlers. And Brandon Moore was a Pro Bowler 2 years ago as well.
That was a joke, in my opinion.
Oh well, yeah, but the Pro Bowling is all about votes and whoever they know, pretty much, essentially.
DeBrickashaw was kind of. I mean, I like him. He's good, but if you looked at the stats of what it was 2 years ago with him and what Wayne Hunter.
Yeah.
DeBrickashaw Ferguson gave up more sacks than Wayne Hunter did for the season, but Wayne Hunter gets all the blame.
I read that stat this year too, and you're right, but it's because it's the blind side, and he's going through more of the marquee matchups.
Alrighty. Okay, in the draft we're taking a linebacker at 9. Taking a linebacker.
I say they go with home run running back.
Yeah, you could always steal a running back later in the draft.
There's 2 big ones out there.
There are a lot of guys.
Lacey and in my opinion, my favorite is Kenyon Barner from Oregon.
I think he'll fall down. I think you can get him in a later round.
I see the Jets going offensive because defensively they can fix it. With quote-unquote Rex being a defensive guru.
I think this year they're going to go very big. They're going to bring in a coordinator for offense.
No, they
have the coordinator. They're going to bring in
It's Martingweg from Philly.
He's going to be able to fix the offense.
Just don't do.
And Rex is going to solely be the defense.
Just don't.
You'll see.
Let him do coin flips and over.
I honestly think they're going to go offensively, either a running back or a lineman. Because this year's draft is very heavily on the O-line and D-line.
So fix one other position this offseason, Matt. You want a linebacker in the draft. So fix another position free agent-wise or trades. I know. There's a lot. And you can't say tie Mark Sanchez into a dungeon.
I guess a tight end with Keller being gone. But
tight ends you can always find.
Nah, but you can always find them. But are they
elite?
Top notch?
Don't use elite.
I don't even think.
We won't even get into the elite.
They think Keller was top notch, but I don't.
Keller had his moments. He was very underrated.
I would call. I wouldn't say.
But the thing with Keller was he was Sanchez's safety blanket. And once Sanchez lost it, Keller lost it as well. It's more of that type of thing. That was my perceived, because some games when they finally used Keller would have a monster game. And in other games he would just disappear because the defense would shut him down and they had no offensive receiver help that could open it up for him.
I also felt like last year for the Jets was just one of those years that nothing would go right.
Yeah.
And once Revis went down, you knew, like, right away, you knew it wasn't going to be a fun year for the Jets.
And then with
Santonio, he got the ball and just turned.
The minute Santonio got
turned
hurt,
around.
The minute that happened, the season was done.
I could say for that moment, thank God I was in the bathroom for that moment at the game, because I walked back to my seats and I'm like, what did I just miss?
But it was just like a freaky year. As an Islander fan, you know freaky years just happen constantly.
And us as a Met fan.
Met fans also.
I'm used to it.
Matt, you're a Met fan, or you just more of a player guy?
No, I'm a Met fan.
You're a Met fan.
I love the Red Sox.
You got the hat trick. You poor soul.
Yeah, he's like Evan Roberts.
But I've liked the Red Sox for the past probably just about a decade.
Except for last year.
Well, last year I rooted against Bobby V. I'm with two Met fans, but Bobby V was not the right hire.
Oh, he was a garbage toy.
That was what are you doing?
So, who is the manager for the Red Sox?
John
the guy
Farrell.
from the Blue Jays.
Well, originally from the Red Sox. Their pitching coach.
Yeah, he was originally the Red Sox. He went to, and now who's in Toronto?
John Gibbons is back.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway,
that's for a few weeks when
we'll talk baseball in a couple of weeks, everybody. Don't worry. But right now we're talking Jets here with Matt Stein from the BOA Army, Blue and Orange Army. Apologize. On the games. He will stick around with us a little later on, talk hockey.
Yeah.
Along with our surprise guest. So, ideally for the Jets, what's your expectations this offseason? Is it going to be a fixed offseason, or are you just going to be a miserable Jets fan this offseason?
It's going to be bad. It's going to be
he's licking his wounds this year.
It's going to be like as bad as it was last year. It could get worse. That's for sure. Yeah, I mean,
it's going to be a short leash for Rex, obviously.
But also, where I think Tebow's gone, so if he is gone, it might clear Mark's head a little bit, and he'll start playing better because he doesn't have that competition behind him. I mean, they'll bring in a quarterback.
Yeah, you weren't really call it a competition because they never used him, which is weird. The whole
because Rex didn't want him.
That was one of the worst.
It's just weird.
They give up a 6.
Couple.
A 6 and a 7, I think it was.
They really didn't give up much for him.
You didn't give up anything for him. You didn't use him. You didn't give up anything. I mean, you could have waited till he was a free agent and picked him up. Okay. Basically, here's the opponents list, Matt, for next season. And I'd like to see your view on that. As of right now. Pre-draft, pre-free agency. You got your basic Patriot, Bills, Dolphins twice. At home, you have the Saints, Bucks, Steelers, Browns, Raiders. And then you go to Atlanta, Carolina, Cincy, Baltimore, and Tennessee.
Well, we went to Tennessee this year and lost, so if we could go,
barely.
We
could have won that game. Just Sanchez couldn't.
Maroon.
But
you were excited about that game, then. Chris Johnson got you into the finals.
Yeah.
He didn't show up next week, but it was okay.
Yeah, that could be one play.
They could be a 1-7 road team.
Yeah, going to Baltimore. Take it from a Giants fan. It's not easy.
The wins I could see are against the division. Buffalo, maybe. I mean, we lost this year against Buffalo in Buffalo after we destroyed them at home opening day. But maybe Miami. But other than that, I can't see those. We're definitely not going into the Superdome and winning.
No, next year.
Superdome, you come here. Georgia Dome.
The Georgia Dome, I mean.
The Georgia Dome, yeah. The Saints are. I'm not saying it now because it's very irrelevant, and it's definitely going to be the sexy pick next year. But I do not want to face the Saints next year.
Nobody.
No one
want to face them this year, even when they were playing good.
Nah. Next year's different because
Payton's back.
Payton's back, and he's gonna be really pissed.
Who did they sign recently as the D coordinator?
Spags.
They have Spags.
They got rid of.
Oh, they got rid
Ryan.
of Spags.
Oh, Rob.
Rob Ryan.
So that's gonna be interesting.
Great. Now we get another year of a Ryan game.
Sweet.
Another year. Great.
Oh joy.
That should be fun. Anyway, I can't wait for those fat jokes.
The Jets are going to be 7-9, not 8-8, where they are been the last few years if everything falls
Sign me
into
up for
places.
8-8 right now.
Yeah,
definitely.
absolutely.
No question about it.
But as much down you can be on the Jets is just as quickly, and you've been experienced that, how quickly that changes,
Absolutely.
So it's gonna be interesting to see. From that standpoint, it like Rex knows it's neither now or never for him, and he's a very competitive guy. He's gonna fight. He's gonna fight to the final out, per se, of the games.
It's gonna be a fun-filled offseason for the Jets.
I'm excited, probably because I'm not a Jet fan. So, but anyway. Well, Matt, enjoy the off season.
I thank you guys
for the Jets. Not a problem.
For football, for Jets pregame.
We did enjoy this. We will be talking about next week, ladies and gentlemen. Dan and I will be covering the Giant off season and what we like to see. So basically, that should be a 6-hour show.
No, I'm gonna cut it down for you guys.
We'll keep it.
I'm gonna make Paul Bettino look like he's nothing. He's my hero.
Thanks again to Matt for being on and helping us with the Jets. He's going to stick around now and do some hockey with us.
By the way, thanks for listening to Division 1.1 for the Division 1.1 for the score tonight. You can check them out on CD Baby and iTunes.
Also, this is the Sndpodcast show on the Schmuck Sports Network. Keep in mind, please subscribe to us on iTunes now.
Yes.
And we'll be right back with hockey.
Sndpodcast is in no way affiliated with, associated with, produced, or endorsed by the National Football League or any of its affiliates.
Alright guys, welcome back to Sndpodcast on Schmuck Sports Radio. Dan here with Steve, and Matt is joining us, and our special guest is going to be joining us in quite a few seconds or minutes, depending on...
we'll just introduce her. Welcome to the show, everybody. You hear at the end of each segment Matt's girlfriend, Kayla. Welcome, Kayla.
Hey, Kayla.
Hello.
Woohoo! Our first female...
I feel special.
Now no one can complain that we never had a female on our show.
I am a girl.
Our girlfriends don't care.
Nope.
But they do appreciate us. Thanks, ladies.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to be talking hockey.
Kayla is a big hockey fan. Kayla, why don't you tell us how you became a hockey fan?
Oh, well, hockey is like run in my family. Everybody was a Devils fan. My uncle was a Devils season ticket holder when I was younger, up until, I want to say, 2 years before they moved. And when I was younger, I would just always beg him to go to games. And he finally took me when I was like 6 years old. And it kind of just like grew from there.
Okay. Now you are a Islander, Sharks, anybody else? Did I miss anybody? Fan?
I have a spot for the Coyotes.
A spot for Shane Doan.
Yeah, basically.
Shane Doan.
And Raffy Torres.
The Coyotes have been nipping.
Well, we're not going to get into Raffy Torres, former New York Islander, great.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of Raffy Torres.
Yes, you are.
Don't get me started on Raffy Torres. I love him.
Okay. Why don't you tell us, since a lot of our listeners don't follow the Sharks, why don't you? I know you follow the Sharks a lot. Why don't you tell us how they're doing this year?
Well, they just won their first game this month.
After starting off the season, amazing.
Yeah, after starting 7-0, then they lost 7 in a row, and now they won, which is a miracle. I feel like February is their worst month. You know how like the Islanders get into like that
November.
that second month slump. I feel like it's the Sharks in February.
Okay.
It happens to be the second month of the year.
Alrighty. What other teams you have a follow for? What teams you follow, basically?
Just really the Islanders and the Sharks. I mean, I do like the Coyotes.
Okay.
Other than that, it's just those two predominantly.
Now, I know all the ladies listening out there have a question. Dan, I know you wanted to ask this question.
No, yeah. It's every girl has this list. My girlfriend has a list.
Every
so
every sports fan has a list of the sport they like and the top 5 guys.
Yeah, and every now and then it just happens when I'm watching games with my girlfriend. She'll be into the game like Kayla, but she'll always revert back to being a female. Oh, he's cute, but he sucks. But anyway, Kayla, take it away. Your top 5 cuties.
Go backwards. Go 5 to 1.
Top 5 cuties.
Keep in mind they're not listening, so they won't get offended.
Yes.
We want them to listen, but we doubt they're listening.
And Matt could comment on this as well.
Yeah, if Matt has a list, he could give it a
If he gets offended by this list, he has.
I don't think he'll be offended.
My top 5?
Yeah,
You could throw in your top 5 guys.
I have a no homo.
We're going to have a no homo top 5 list.
Hopefully iTunes agrees on letting us say no homo.
I don't see why they wouldn't. We did mark it as explicit.
Okay, we're safe.
Did you really?
Just to be safe. You never know.
I'm a potty mouth every now and then.
Especially next football season. I don't want to hear Dan just start cursing at him and then us get thrown off.
We should have had a blooper show before the Super Bowl. That's all I got to say.
Just of the Giant segments. Okay, Kayla. Top 5 to 1, cutest hockey players.
All right, number 5. I'm going to have to say my boy Patrick Kane.
From the Chicago Blackhawks.
Yeah, from the
The party boy.
Yeah.
Who beats the Cavs in Buffalo.
And he did used to have a mullet.
By 20 cents.
Whoops.
I had to go there.
Okay.
He's gorgeous.
He is nice on the ice. I'll give him that.
And he's Stanley Cup winner.
He is. He's having a pretty good year.
So you got to check out his drunk pictures on...
He has great drunk pictures.
He really does.
Even better when he chokes somebody in.
Alrighty, number 4. You forgot your list already? Number 4.
I just have so many. I'm trying.
You gotta break it down.
Jeff Skinner.
I'll give you that one. I will definitely give you Jeff Skinner.
Enough. Okay.
Jeff Skinner is a young stud of a man.
He is.
Too bad he's about 3 hits away from being a vegetable like Mark Savard.
Oh,
I'm okay with that, though. He'd still be beautiful. No homo.
He really would be. He's got the nice flow this year.
Oh,
He's just an ultimate cutie.
Oh, yeah.
He's got that baby face you just want to stare at.
Alrighty, number 3, Kayla.
Probably what Matt is wearing, she's too young for you. Does it say bro? Yeah, it is bro.
I'm going to have to go Sidney Crosby for number 3.
My girlfriend will defend you on that one.
I mean, yeah.
Good looking, yes.
Good
But he
looking,
tries too much.
absolutely.
Yes.
He's too girly for me.
That's what my girlfriend
See,
says.
but when you're that good, you can do whatever the hell you want, and you know that.
But he's not
They
that
get
good. He's that
but
good
you get
because
a-
they let him be that good.
Yeah,
Oh.
he gets away with it. He does no wrong.
Cry, Crosby, cry.
Oh, man.
What he does best. And he also dives a lot. I see he's into swimming.
Yes, he is.
The Olympics are coming.
Alrighty, number 2.
I was going to say Zach Parisi, but
Aww.
I gotta hear this now. I gotta hear this
but
one.
I've
He's
been
an
very
angel.
into Adam Henrique right now, the New Jersey Devils.
Oh,
Okay.
thank God
You went under it.
Thank God Nicole is not on the show right now.
I had to. I mean, he's got. You look into that smile and you just
Yeah.
like. Your heart melts a little bit.
Yeah.
Nicole will have to agree with you.
And you know what? When it was his all-time best smile was after he scored that goal against the Rangers
Oh
in
my
Game
God,
6 last year? That was the greatest smile of all time.
Yeah, if you would, honestly, if you were to visit my
The
girlfriend,
beard's got to go though. Never again.
no
please.
beard.
well, if you were to visit my girlfriend's cubicle, it's Derek Jeter, Henrique, and one little picture of me on the corner.
Good for her.
Well, at least you made it.
I made it. I know. I made it. It was funny.
There's also a Ranger calendar there. You're welcome, Nicole.
Yeah, it's kind of weird that she's a big diehard Ranger fan and had Henrique's on her list of. And she's like, I liked him before he scored.
Hey, no hard feelings.
That was
Yeah.
definitely my highlight of the playoffs.
Yeah, that must have sucked.
Those 5 words I'll never forget.
All right, so what number? That was 3?
It's over.
That was
That was 2.
That was 2.
Alrighty. Well, you skipped Parise. Now this is going to be interesting. Most people who are listening, who know you, know your love for Joe Thornton.
Yes, but
So, now, your number 1 cutest NHL player.
Ryan Kessler of the Vancouver Canucks.
He does have a great body. I'm thinking of that.
Whoa, bing bong.
No homo, but
Don't even get me started.
That picture of him in the ESPN magazine.
That picture is under lock and key. I'm going to have it personalized when I see him.
Whoa.
Yep.
TMI.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
there's that picture. Wow.
Like, he's
It's
that
like
guy.
Amari Stoudemire.
I'm going to post that picture just for Kayla on our Instagram
love
page.
that
So everybody
picture.
follow our Instagram page so everyone can see that.
And if
We're gonna hear a lot of.
I'm going to post that on the 22nd on Friday. I'm recording on the 21st today.
girls, if you don't have that photo, please go find it. You will love it.
It will be shared this week.
It has to be. You have to share that photo. It's
Wowzers.
It's wow.
You know what? With that, I know you're a huge Tom Brady fan. You have one guy. Kessler or Brady? Go.
I have to go Brady.
Brady. Come
My
on.
loyalty for Brady is still right there.
Okay.
Kayla,
Kayla, we have to show you
on-
that picture from Brady in the combine that SportsCenter
I
posted
saw
today.
that.
Him with
Kayla,
his flab.
Uggs on or off?
On.
Alright.
He could rock them.
All right.
He's Tom Brady. He can rock
No,
that.
honestly, like, it's so funny. Everybody, like, interviews,
He
like,
could rock a banana
everybody,
hammock
like,
and
everybody jokes around, like,
sombrero for all I care.
everybody jokes that he wears Uggs, but he's the only dude, and everybody knows it.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, yeah.
Like Uggs made
They're very
Uggs for men.
comfy.
There's no man that can wear Uggs except for Tom Brady.
He's such an angel, though.
He could wear anything.
So how offended are you, Matt?
Nah, it's a list.
I have to make one argument, but this is a very pro-Islander and anti-Ranger.
Tavares?
No. Henrik. Henrik is an angel. I
wouldn't put him top 5. I would move. Honestly, I would take Crosby out and put Parise in.
I would put Parise and
But I would-
Henrik in.
I can't.
Henrik would be 6.
I've always been a fan of Sid before all the
Yeah.
drama with the Islanders.
Where's Stammer in this with that flow?
No.
He looks
No
too much
offense.
like Sean Penn.
Who?
Yeah.
Oh, Steven
Stamkos
oh,
looks exactly like Sean Penn from
Steven
Fast Time at Richmond High.
No, just with Henrik, he sweats sex. Like,
Wow. Throw that one out there.
No.
Oh, don't get me wrong. Henrik is gorgeous. He really is.
His baby blue eyes.
The blue eyes, the perfect hair. That
You know how he has
smile.
great eyes? I told my girlfriend this at the Valentine's on the Ranger game. Beer on.
Oh my God, yeah.
Beer on.
Anyway, we're way off topic today.
This is our hockey segment, everybody. I hope you're enjoying.
Anyway.
But you got to hear Biron actually talk though. It's the funniest thing in.
Yeah. Oh,
Close your mouth and just keep those eyes
No,
open.
but Henrik-
Keep blinking.
You have to hear Ilya Brishkalov talk.
The universe.
The universe is big.
No, he's even funnier in person. This guy's a nut job.
You must get husky.
He howled at us one day. Okay, he howled.
Oh,
The weather is good. My dog is good. I love America. Thank you.
Anyway, thank you, Kayla.
Wow.
for top 5. I think iTunes definitely just kicked us out. With me sweating so no homo.
Sorry,
I
iTunes.
posted yet. Apple's just like, wow, these guys are done.
Anyway.
We just went from professional sports podcast to no podcast.
Yeah, we had a run. Anyway,
That show
back
on.
to
It
the
was good.
sports show. Back to the sports show. Thanks, Kayla.
Let's talk a little Devils hockey. Kayla, you are from New Jersey. What is the Jersey feel for the Devils right now?
Dirty
They're
jersey.
doing the same as they usually are.
By the way, they are both members of the Blue and Orange Army. You can find that in section 329 at the New York Islander games.
I'm
And
the only
yes,
girl.
one big chant is Dirty Jersey. So,
Anyway,
we're going to get off of those chants before we start singing the bad ones.
Before we really get kicked out of iTunes.
anyway.
Nat, let's not ruin their podcast.
Anyway, with the Devils this week, how did the Devils do this week? They,
Pretty good.
yeah. Typical
Devils.
Typical Devils.
No front page news, just keep winning.
Except for Saturday when Dallas blew
Yeah.
them out.
No, John Tavares blew them out. Not the
Yeah,
Islanders.
yeah.
John Tavares.
It is the New York John Tavares.
It's God himself.
Let's put it that way. Anyway, so the Devils, same old Devils, yawn.
Rangers. Still inconsistent.
Up and down like a roller coaster.
Yes, exactly.
They won. No, they lost tonight. I'm sorry.
Lost in the
Lost in a
shootout.
shootout. JT Miller, the great JT Miller.
Okay.
Oh, he's great, all right.
I love those
Wide
Rangers.
open net after he beat Bishop pretty bad. I mean,
Excuse me.
he was kind
We're trying to get the Ranger fans to listen. So he's the great JT. He's the greatest JT in New York.
probably better, yeah. Hands down.
Anyway.
We all know the real JT wears
The-
teal. Just saying.
If anyone doesn't know, that's Joe Thornton.
Anyway, the power play hasn't been going. Hagelin's been playing like a beast.
Power play. They haven't exactly had a
that's what I'm
power
saying. The
play.
power play hasn't been
They
going
had
yet.
6 power play goals so far this whole season.
Hagelin's been playing like a stud the last week.
Hagelin's been playing very well.
I forgot to mention him last week.
Hagelin, I think, has a 5-game point streak going into tonight. I don't know what he did today.
It sucks
I
that
don't
Nash
think-
is out on it with a concussion.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Full out.
That's really hurting them a little bit.
Except it's not a concussion technically. According to Tortorella, it's none of your
upper
business.
body.
According to Bob.
Oh, yeah.
I
According
mean,
to Bob,
technically, the
it's-
head is the upper body.
Yeah.
If you want to get all technical.
I mean, I have a lower body injury. My toes hurt, but you're not allowed to know that.
It's
My lower body.
none of their business. You didn't hear it.
Right.
Well, hopefully he gets back soon for the Rangers.
For the Ranger fans,
They
need
could have
him
used
back
him in
there.
the shootout tonight. I mean,
Yeah, they could have easily used them tonight.
Islanders are your typical New York Islanders.
We got blown out 7-0. It was weird, actually. I was gonna. I waited.
That was a big night.
same
The
shit.
universe
different
was
day.
big. The universe was big.
I could have sworn I've been to worse blowouts.
No, they
No,
scored
it never
goals.
got that bad.
This was the
Yeah.
worst home shutout.
Oh, okay. Because I
You
remember.
usually see one goal.
I remember Butch Goring's last game I went to.
But scoring in like 92.
No.
Oh, as a coach.
As a coach.
I was gonna say, well,
And they gave out like
date yourself.
10 goals, roughly.
Yeah, but I think they scored 2.
I don't remember. And the game you and me went to against Boston last year when it was pretty much Boston Garden. By the way, also,
Yeah.
I'm shocked
It
you
was
didn't have
6-0,
him on
by
the
the way.
list. Is
Tim
Taylor-
Thomas?
No, Taylor Sagan.
Oh, Tyler Sagan.
Taylor
I actually,
Taylor Hall, I think you got.
my thing with Sagan is I really don't think he's that cute. No offense. I love his body's awesome.
Especially the Photoshop pictures.
Of him blowing girls with
But what
pop.
about Chara on that list? It's every lady.
Oh yeah, sign. Yeah.
Chara? Oh, well, duh.
I won't say what that sign said.
7 feet tall.
Anyway, all right. So the Islanders, same old Islanders. They played well tonight. They came back.
Got the 2 points.
Finally got a win. They scored more goals than they did in the last 2 games.
Who are they playing this weekend? Other than
Buffalo Saturday, Carolina Sunday.
Carolina.
Hopefully my jinx doesn't prevail.
And then
again.
Boston next Tuesday.
Oy.
Oh yeah.
National television.
National. I'm going to call
National
DP start the
television
game.
lost.
They might as well let DP play the game.
Yeah,
If it's
basically.
over anyway. Hey, Boston
Pretty
already
much.
won. The Islanders don't show. Well, actually, this season, the last time we played on national television, Crosby cried for that
Dominated.
entire night. Him and Pierre Maguire cuddled after that game
Probably.
and cried together because
You know
they
what?
lost.
And you know what he was doing up in the press box? Cry, Mario, cry.
Yeah, but at least he knows how to own a team.
Yes, he does.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's also what helped with the NHL rigging the lottery so they could get Crosby.
I can't complain because I'm a Knick fan.
Oh, the great James Nolan.
No. Rigging the lottery was Patrick Ewing back.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
They rigged it, but he still couldn't finish. Unfortunately.
Oh, Michael Jordan.
Oh, Matt, Kayla, did you guys know that Michael Jordan just turned 50?
Yeah. Happy birthday, man.
I would have never guessed on ESPN or anything. No coverage to Barkley, who turned 50 on Monday.
TNT had some over the weekend. They gave him a cake.
We heard the rumor
Terrible, man.
of Jordan possibly wanting to come back at 50.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
it's
God.
midlife crisis. What can I tell you?
Kobe.
He must be bored.
Most people want Lamborghinis. He wants to play basketball. What am I going to tell you?
He probably lost all his money in gambling.
What about that
He
short
also owns the
baseball
Bobcats.
career?
He also owns the Bobcats.
That awkward moment when you're better at 50 than your whole entire team.
I think Kimba would have some nice shots against him. I think Kimba would.
Okay, we're talking about hockey.
Kobe.
We are completely ADD right now.
Kobe just saying.
This is
Gotta get
10:45 at night on Thursday.
Anyway,
It is past all of our bedtimes.
thanks, Kayla.
You're welcome.
We've charged it really well. Thanks
I
for
tried.
that. So we're gonna do a little fun action right now, since you guys are probably not gonna be on the show, but we'll probably bring you guys back on.
I'm sure we'll bring them on again. We love having these guys on.
But just in case
I'm
we
awesome.
don't.
Why wouldn't you want to bring me
No,
back?
well, I don't mean it like that. But just in
Damn
case
it, Kayla.
just in case we don't, we'll have your early Stanley Cup predictions.
All right, we're gonna start with Matt with this one because Kayla's done most of the hockey talking. No offense.
I mean, everybody's favorite, obviously, from the West is the undefeated Blackhawks. Probably wouldn't be surprised if they made it to the Cup. They're playing out of control right now, how good it is. East is another tricky one. I still see it being the Penguins. Just got to get their act together. Can't be losing games like they did last night. That's for sure.
All right.
I don't see the Devils maintaining it all season, but no one thought that last year either. And Montreal's in first, but that's just for now, maybe. But maybe they can keep up. We got a lot of young kids.
So you got the Hawks and the Penguins. Kayla?
I was going to say the Blackhawks, too.
That's a fair assessment. You
But
can keep that.
I kind of want to say Nashville because they're still working their way up.
That's not like a lot of people thought because of losing Sutter they were going to fall off, but
Yeah, they really haven't.
they haven't
They're-
even changed a little bit.
They're still a consistent team.
Oh, yeah.
Even without them.
They have who is now the longest tenure coach in the league after Lindy Ruff was fired a couple days ago.
Exactly.
So you have the Preds versus. We all know you want to say the Islanders.
I kind of want to say the Devils just because nobody thinks they're going to do it. But
Like last year.
yeah,
They're that team that
They're
just
that
barely got
team.
in.
they're the team that just proves everybody wrong.
There's
And Brodeur wants that fourth cup.
Yeah, this is
So he can retire and go away already.
Exactly.
Dan?
all right. Since I'm the least hockey fan out of the four of us right now, I'm gonna go not homer pick. I'm gonna go obvious pick with the Blackhawks. They're just playing with fire, and I am going to go with the unpopular pick and say the Rangers are finally gonna go over the hump. But the Blackhawks win the cup.
So Hawks,
Rangers.
Rangers. Okay, I'm going to be a little different from the West. I think that the Blues are going to start to gel again like they did last year. And they're only going to get better. If their offense picks up, they're going to play a lot better. So I'm going to take St. Louis to go to the finals this year. And I'm going to say that Boston's going to play them. Boston versus St. Louis
Not bad.
is my pick this year.
Definitely wouldn't be opposed to seeing the Bruins in there back again.
Yeah.
Tim Thomas is
Me
going to play
either.
for them. You'll see. We're going to trade him back. The Islanders are going to trade Tim Thomas back to Boston.
Huh?
And he's going to play. And everyone's going to boo him. And they're not going to win the cup. The Blues are going to win the cup this year. And that's just my view. Well, guys, we would like to thank you both for being on the show with us tonight.
Thanks, guys.
No problem.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
You guys can follow them on Twitter. Check out the image while you're watching this, while you're paying attention on YouTube. Also, the image has been posted on the Instagram page, so check them out. It's at xxstein13xx. And
Sounds like a porn. It's just Matt. It's just Matt. It's not like a porn bot. It is Matt. So, but Matt, if you're not a big Twitter user, don't follow Matt.
Yeah, he tweets a lot.
But I love
Sometimes
watching
I
Matt's
wanna unfollow
tweets.
him.
Some days it's like, all right, cool. Matt is my sports guy. 9 out of 10 times.
you don't even need a regular sports guy.
You don't even need to look at ESPN. Matt's already on top of it.
But that's why we love Matt. And Kayla, what is your Twitter handle?
It's Kayla. I'm gonna guess this. Sharks NYI.
Yes.
Oh,
Ha!
you will look at it enough.
I'm on Twitter enough. I got nothing else to do all day.
I'm like,
I know my
never.
boss does. Awkward. Anyway, I get my work done. That's all that matters.
Okay.
I get my work done. My podcast work comes first, but I get my work done.
All right.
But anyway, thank you guys for coming on. Check them out on Twitter. Also, the part of the Blue and Orange Army. Check them out at the www.blueandorangearmy.com. A lot of good chants, a lot of good photos.
Oh, hold on. Before we end it, wasn't there a hockey question? I'm sorry.
You wanna ask them? We have a couple of past questions. Jamie, a follower of ours, Jamie posted about the Islanders. Basically fix the Islanders.
It's the Titanic.
You got to stop it from sinking. Go, both of you. This is for both of you, by the way.
What was? I don't get the question.
How you fix the Islanders?
You're the Islanders right now. Okay, fine.
Oh,
I'll break it down a little easier for you. Capuano.
Fired.
Gotta go.
Matt, if you follow Matt,
Gotta go. He's got to go.
if you follow Matt, you know his opinion.
But we also need an owner that needs to spend money.
Oh yeah.
Great.
I just think my personal view is that it's not that he doesn't want to spend money. It's just the big guys don't want to play at the Coliseum.
Yeah, nobody wants to play here.
I think the key is that it won't start working until the summer that they're moving, because even the summer before they move, that last year at the Coliseum, you still have to play a year at the Coliseum.
Yeah.
So I just think that nothing's going to happen really till they move.
Yeah, I can see that.
And I know Matt wants to fire Capuano.
It's not like he's doing he doesn't know what he's doing. But the problem is
He has no energy.
We're not. There's no fire in this team. We're not going to get an actual coach to come in that wants to actually coach. They're not going to get big name.
I would love Lindy Ruff.
They're going to have to. Yeah, I love Lindy Ruff too. They're going to have to hire from inside, and I don't want it to be Doug Waite. Doug Waite's a perfect power play coach. Give it to Brett Thompson. He'll be a better coach, head coach down the road, if it's for us or if it's for somebody else.
Oh, we're going to lose him. He's going to go out and win a cup.
No question.
Just like Laviette's been going to the finals every year.
Yeah.
Yep. Stupid listening over to the players over the coach.
Well, we could always bring Ted Nolan back. He could sleep with all their wives.
Other ways to save the Islanders could use a better backup goalie other than Rick DiPietro.
He's Jesus. I don't know if you looked at him closely, but
He looks like Jesus.
Just saying.
I mean, he shaved the beard at least.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh man.
We also
Damn.
Ruined everything.
We really
that ruined my fantasy hockey photo.
Know who used to be on the list when he was actually capable?
When he was drafted, he would have been on the top 5 list.
Pre-steroids when he looked good.
Yeah.
Pre-first lockout.
Oh yeah.
Pre-04 lockout. He was
Our
on the list.
Throwback Thursday pick of a couple of weeks ago.
We also lack defense.
Yes, we do. Badly.
I mean, it's just a combination of things. Our lines need to start clicking a little bit better. Defense needs to step up. Nabby can't play every game. He's tired. He's the third oldest goalie in the league.
Well, the key is that the guys in the minors, Poulin and
I don't like pulling. Give us Nielsen.
Nielsen, Nielsen, whatever hell.
However you say it.
Green jacket, gold jacket. You know the rest.
The problem is that it's better for them to stay in Bridgeport because Nabby is the one DiPietro being on the bench and playing once every 3 weeks is fine.
Oh, I totally understand that.
Because you want them to play. You don't want them to just sit there and do nothing. Yeah, that's how you ruin goalies. You have them sit there and do nothing.
I'm honestly just not that big of a fan of Poulin.
Honestly, if I was the GM, I'm actually looking to trade Nabokov.
Yeah.
Packaging him. Because some team's going to want that veteran goalie to get over the hump towards the playoffs.
Anytime
and then you could bring up one of the guys.
Anytime our supposed captain wants to decide to play this season.
Yeah, really, Mark Streit, wake up.
I'll be
and Kyle
welcome back. Kyle Post's got to go somewhere. He needs to change the scenery. Feel bad for the kid.
He needs to find his Harry Potter wand and magically potion himself into being a better hockey player.
He hasn't scored since his shoulder injury. Mark Streit hasn't shot the puck since his shoulder injury. It's like, let's go, boys.
And now arguably best defenseman's out for the year. Mark Streit. Eric Streit, whatever.
Brian Streit.
Brian Streit.
He has season ticket. Oy.
Something straight, whatever.
Anyway, thanks.
They all suck.
Anyway, thanks, Kayla. Thank you, Matt.
No problem.
Check them on Twitter, like we mentioned before. And they'll be on our YouTube cover photos, so
yes,
follow
check them out.
Let's
follow
go Sharks.
them. You heard it here first from Kayla. Let's go Sharks.
Joe Thornton's amazing. Don't forget that, guys. And girls.
Just so Kayla doesn't hate any of you, make sure you all root for the Sharks come playoff time.
Yes, please.
Also,
she will knock on your door.
I will come find you.
I was gonna say a stupid joke about Joe Thornton, and everybody's like, "Don't do it,
don't do it."
So I got death eyes. So don't do it.
You only do that when Kayla's not around.
Yeah. So
even when I'm not around.
Anyway,
she'll find out though, so be careful.
Anyway, enjoy this weekend's hockey. Blue and Orange Army. We'll see you Sunday. And
if you guys see us at all, say hi. We're always willing to talk a little bit.
I don't bite.
3, 2, 9.
Woo! I like to think I'm a friendly person, so you could say hi.
She is a friendly person. I will admit that. You are a very friendly person.
I like to think so. I mean.
All right, guys. Enjoy the hockey this weekend.
Sndpodcast is no way affiliated with, associated with, produced, or endorsed by the National Hockey League or any of its affiliates.
All right, welcome back to the S&D podcast. We had an interesting show. Before we recap, thanks to Division 1.1. This week's song was The Score. Also, check them out on their website and vote for them for the best local band in Jersey. I'm sure Kayla's going to do that since she's a Jersey girl.
Also, if you see any of our reposts from them, check them out live. They're a great band.
They're awesome. One of the guys from Guns N' Roses said they kicked the living out of all the other bands when they had their competition the other night. So kudos to those guys. Keep on rocking. That's awesome. Also keep checking out schmucksports.com. Keith had a couple interesting articles. He'll definitely have one coming up if you like MMA. That's going to be coming up this weekend. They're going to have the UFC fight on pay-per-view, so that's going to be good. And then he has a few NFL drafts coming up a little soon, so that's going to be fun.
Also, don't forget, subscribe to us on iTunes.
iTunes, yeah, it's brand new. This week's going to be the first real show that we will put on iTunes. So it's the S&D podcast on iTunes. Don't forget to look for us on Instagram. Thank you for everybody sending pictures.
Facebook and Twitter as well. Make sure you follow us. We've been doing a lot more with the Twitter. I know it was a little slow at the beginning, but we're going to do a lot more with that.
Yeah.
A lot more interaction with the fans and just talking about what type of things we'll talk about.
Also, if you're at the Islander game on Sunday and you're not with the Blue and Orange Army, come stop by, say hi to...
On the 24th.
On the 24th, come say hi to Steve, myself, Kayla, and Matt are going to be there. Probably Pinhead, he's always there too.
That's Tom, if anybody doesn't know, and T-Bone, the other Tom.
So we're all gonna be there. So if you're not wearing anybody other, if you're wearing an Islanders jersey, come by, say hi. Unless
if you're not, you don't want to come by.
Unless you can handle the heat. But anyway, we're not gonna bite. Well, at least I'm not gonna bite.
Depends on who's driving. I might drink them.
Okay, I'll probably be driving then. It's okay.
I'm just kidding. I won't bite. No one's biting.
No one's biting. Anyway, this is this week's show. Thanks for listening to us. Thank you, Matt and Kayla again. Just
check out Division 1.1. Subscribe to us on iTunes. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram.
What's the other site you had us on?
Oh, we also are on now. It's a podcast site. It's called. You can find us under Sndpodcast.podbean.com.
Bean as in like Mr. Bean?
Yes.
Okay, BEAN. Okay, gotcha.
Yes, there will be a link to that one on our Facebook page as well. We'll also have one in the description field on the bottom. So check us out.
We're growing, so thanks for all the support. You guys have helped us out tremendously. And let's see you next week.
We'll see you guys next week.